What's up, YouTube? It's Carolina Calvin coming back to you with another video. And random topic, I want to talk about Star Wars. And no, it's not gonna be just about the Solo trailer, which I will talk about that trailer and what I thought about it. If you follow me on Twitter, you probably already know, but if you don't have a Twitter, I'm gonna tell you what I think about that trailer, of course, a little bit later in this video. But this video, I want to talk about Disney and the way Disney has been. At this point, they're pushing Star Wars off an assembly line, and it's, you can see people feeling very similar to how they feel currently about the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, both franchises have been making a lot of money. I mean, The Last Jedi made what, 1.4 billion, despite fans being split down the middle. It still made a lot of money. Force Awakens made what, like 2.1 billion. So they're making money, but that's, you expect them to make money. It's Marvel and it's Star Wars, two huge franchises that people love and will go see no matter what it is. So you kind of expect them to make the money. But you look at the time, in less than 4 years, and this is not an exact number, in less than 4 years, you've had 4 Star Wars movies come out. Now, I'll give you a little history, but those 4 years, you had Force Awakens in 2015, Rogue One in 2016, Last Jedi, just last December of 2017, and you have the Solo story, which is, I believe it's in May. I believe it's in May. So in less than 4 years, you have 4 Star Wars movies. Now, go back to history. Original trilogy, 1977. Star Wars wasn't called A New Hope yet. Then in 1980, you had Empire Strikes Back. And in 1983, you had Return of the Jedi. So 6 years. Let's say it's not an exact 6 years, but it's going to be at least 5. So I would say, because I didn't really look up the exact dates or whatever, but it's not an exact 6 years, but still 3 movies, close to 6 years. And anyone who counts those retarded Ewok movies that George Lucas, and those aren't full, I'm referring to only full theatrical releases. Those are like only TV movies or whatever. Anyone who mentions those, you're getting blocked. No, I'm not counting those. Because, that could be the same as me counting that Clone Wars movie as, addition to, the recent one. I'm not counting that stuff. Even though that movie did come out in theaters. Still not counting it. Then you had the prequel trilogy, 1999, Episode 1, Phantom Menace, 2002, Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, and 2005, Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. So, not an exact 6, but you can definitely say over 5 easily. And what they're doing now, like I said, since 2015, each year you've had a movie come out. I don't expect it to be any different next year. And in 2020 that you're going to get Episode 9. And who knows what they do after that. But I'm pretty damn sure you're going to get a movie next year. And like I said, the movies have been making so much money. That's why they keep putting them out. And you get it, why fix something that's not broken? It's still making them money, no matter, what the detractors say about the movies. They're still making them money. And they're going to keep putting them out there. They're going to keep selling the toys. But I'm just speaking on this is kind of like a fan perspective. It's starting to be treated just like, and a lot of people starting to feel this, the same way they feel about the Marvel movies, where, it's just another comic movie. I can tell you how many times I've heard that said. And even for me, the hype has died down a little bit. I still really want to see. I'm still going to see Black Panther. I'm still going to keep up with for the most part. I'm not going to see Ant-Man and the Wasp. Trash. I'm not going to see it. So that's a quick reaction to that trailer. Trash. I'm also going to see Infinity War. The big, all the movies. We had 18 movies. all come to that movie. All of that was leading up to that movie. So I'm definitely going to go watch that. But I can see why people's hype died down for even the Marvel movies. And, Star Wars does have a lot to work with in terms of its lore. But it doesn't have as much with the Marvel. Marvel has so many characters to throw around. So many books dating back, before the 60s. It has so many books to throw around. So much content to use. Star Wars, like I said, Star Wars has a lot, just not as much as Marvel, and people are still getting sick of that. When you get into the double digits in terms of the amount of movies made about a single universe, I can see why people are getting tired of it. And I can kind of see it starting to happen with Star Wars. Now, they're still going to make a bunch of money. A solo movie coming out, which, let me talk about that real quick. I have no interest in this movie. I think it looks well shot. Reminds me of the Rogue One aesthetics. It looks good. It's just I looked at that. I wasn't very hyped about it. Now, then again, I wasn't hyped about Rogue One. And I ended up liking that. So things can change, but coming into it, really not that hyped up. And I already had a bad taste in my mouth because of The Last Jedi, and that kind of has me wary about this movie in particular. Also, no one wants to see, let's just be honest, no one wants to see Han Solo. We saw Han Solo's story in the original trilogy. We saw Han Solo in Force Awakens. He was killed. That's all we wanted to see. We got enough of the character in the original trilogy. You don't have to make a solo movie for him. But another thing I really wanted to complain about in these recent movies. Is anyone else tired of seeing Imperial stuff? Maybe I'm the only one, but in The Last Jedi, this is over 30 years after Return of the Jedi, we're still seeing AT-AT walkers. We're still seeing some of the same ships now. It has some new ships, but for the most part, you're still seeing stormtroopers. I must be the only one, because we got the original trilogy. It was 30 years ago. Prequels did show us something new. A lot of people don't like them for good reason. They showed us new stuff though. Then we get into Force Awakens. See stormtroopers again. We see some of the same vehicles. Outside the planet destroying weapon. Rogue One, because of the time period it was done in, you expected to see it, but still, you still got to see it, and it didn't wear on me. It didn't really wear on me until really The Last Jedi, and then also seeing the Solo trailer. But with each of these movies, you're seeing stormtrooper stuff. So I'm wondering, when are they gonna move on past that stuff? And I was one, if you're gonna, because they're gonna keep putting out these movies. There's no stopping it. It's like I said, assembly line is just getting spit right off the assembly line. So they're gonna keep coming out. But I would like to see, I know people talk about a Yoda story. No, the Kenobi one might happen. Ian McGregor, if he comes back, there's some interest there if he does decide to sign on to that. But I would like to see an Old Republic movie. And a lot of people don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but if you ever played, the most recent game was the Star Wars MMO, which was in the Old Republic. Or if you remember back in the day on Xbox PC, you had KOTOR 1 and 2. I would like something in that time period. Not exactly mirroring those stories, but I would like something in that time period just because it's something different. I want to see Jedi versus Sith in their prime lightsaber battles, a bunch of them. Something different, something new. We're sick of seeing the underdog. We're sick of seeing Imperial stuff. And maybe I'm just, I guess I'm the minority in this one. I would like to see something different. I would like to see something like that. And, a lot of people, the whole complaint was a lot of people wouldn't know what any of that stuff is in Old Republic. So, you show them lightsaber battles, they will show up to the movie theaters throwing money at you. That's what people like the most. I know story, all that definitely is important. But you show them lightsaber combat in a live action trailer, guys flipping around and shit like that. they're gonna go watch that. They're gonna go watch that. Even I'll be hyped for it because I haven't been. I was for Last Jedi, of course, until I watched it, but it definitely wasn't. It wasn't as much as it was with Force Awakens, just because there was a big gap. You know, that last Star Wars movie was what, 2005, with Revenge of the Sith, so we didn't get a full live action movie from 2005 up until, of course, 2015. So it was a 10-year gap. So there was some hype there, but it hasn't reached that point since, with of course Force Awakens hype. But let me know what you think down in the comment section about Disney pushing out Star Wars the way they've been pushing, and they're gonna continue to do it. Like, there's gonna be a movie coming out next year. I don't know what it is, but I can almost guarantee there's gonna be a movie next year. But with the way they've been pushing the movies out, you got 4 months. You only saw one solo trailer. You could tell they're gonna keep pushing it out. As long as these movies keep making money, they're gonna keep putting them out until they stop making money. Whenever that's gonna happen, which probably will be never. But let me know what you think down in the comment section about this. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Thanks for watching.